I'm so glad to have y'all with us. I'm equally as glad to have the people to my right and to my left with me. Aaron Rodgers, he's the most intriguing storyline of all sports, in all of sports, particularly the sport of football. Aaron Rodgers will have a large say-so, whether positively or negatively for himself, but the rest of the league, on who will win the Super Bowl this year. You're going to, at some point in time, have to deal with the Jets, and the Jets are going to have to deal with you in the AFC. So this is a huge story. Shady, here is why I am intrigued. Okay. I truly have no response of my own. I'm more interested in yours. But Aaron Rodgers said it's the most fun he's had in a while. I don't know if I like fun, Aaron Rodgers. The best Aaron Rodgers we have seen as of late is vindictive Aaron Rodgers. Packers draft Jordan Love. Oh, I'm going to show y'all I want my revenge. Oftentimes we say this about great artists. Their best music comes after a heartbreak or a breakup. I don't want happy artist. I don't want happy R&B singer. I want R&B singer that just went through a little bit of relational turmoil. That's when they produce their best work. I could draw a similar parallel to Aaron Rodgers. Happy Aaron Rodgers don't produce results. I'm upset. I'm a little ticked off Aaron Rodgers produces the greatest results. I'm confused by the quote. Shady, you unconfuse me, please. What do you make of Aaron Rodgers saying it's the most fun I've had in a while?
I love it. I truly do. I mean, let's take you back years. And you from Texas?
Yes, sir.
Texas, right? Smell that football, the grass. And the coach says, go out there, play hard, and
have fun.
Have fun, Joey. Taylor? I love when I see this from Aaron Rodgers. He's been in a place, I think, with Green Bay where it's up and down. You see the emotion. He's happy, and he's sad, he's pissed off, and et cetera. Well, here's a new location. First of all, you leave Green Bay. What's that, Wisconsin?
Yes, sir.
Come on, now. Now you in New York City. That's fun right there. That's like half the fun. Then the other part is his teammates. Being in a place where they want you, being in a place where they want you there to be the leader, to be the guy that runs our show, having these young guys follow him. He's having fun now. Now when they're installing plays like he talked about, it's a fun thing. And when it's fun, you play better. It's less stress. It's less headaches. So I love to see Aaron Rodgers in New York City with the New York Jets in a happy place having fun.
Having fun. Joy, where do you stand? What's your reaction to it all?
I think he's being honest. It probably is the most fun that he's had in a while. I mean, they were bad last year.
They were.
He wasn't very good last year. They didn't make the playoffs. They lost to the Lions in the game that they could have won to make it into the playoffs.
Right.
But he is having more fun. I don't want to shade Wisconsin any more than Shady has already shaded Wisconsin.
Yeah, no kidding.
Any more than Aaron has already shaded Wisconsin.
Very true.
But yeah, I like New York City. It's a good place. A lot of fun times there. I've also been to Wisconsin. I had some times there as well. So, you know, he probably is having a better time. Like the place wants him. Yeah. He's meeting new people. He's getting to go to the Tony Awards and Taylor Swift concerts.
Absolutely.
And, you know, people are excited about him being there. Whereas last year, and really since the Jordan Love thing happened, to Shady's point, it's been very up and down. When are we moving off of him? Is he retiring? He's doing darkness retreats. It's like all this weird stuff constantly with Aaron. He is doing interviews, but then doesn't want to be asked about the interviews. He's doing press, but then he wants the press to stop talking about him. We're not hearing any of those things. He's not really contradicting himself. He's just kind of living his life, you know, in his like leather jacket, doing his thing. Now, I kind of agree with you. Vindictive Aaron Rodgers is the best version of Aaron Rodgers, so we'll see what this new fun version of Aaron Rodgers is and how that plays out in the field. I don't know what this is going to look like, and I'm reserving the right to watch it, but I'm not surprised he's having fun.
Oh, worry not. The vindictive Aaron Rodgers is coming. Okay. And I would dare say that this is part of it. The most fun I've had. He could have said all of the team dinners and we're going out and we're doing this. He didn't have to say, this is the most fun I've had in a while. Like that's the knife and sticking it in the ribs of the Packers, because what did they portray him as going out? We can't get a hold of the guy. He's remote. He's in the dark. He's literally in the dark, disconnecting himself. He's about to retire. And now he's saying, oh, no. I got a new lease on life. It wasn't me, it was them, right? So I can't help but think that this is all part of Aaron wanting to live down the way he was portrayed by the Packers moving out of there. And it remains to be seen whether it stays. It's really easy to feel good and be happy and have fun at this point. I want to see it when things get a little rough, when the New York Jets are not necessarily meeting the expectations of one Aaron Rodgers.
As I think about even the question you asked about the fun part, I really love it even more because I'm thinking about me playing the game. I remember playing in different games, scenarios where I was playing for contracts. You get frustrated, you get in your head, you start pressing a little bit. I remember thinking of, playing with players that I didn't like that much, right? It wasn't that fun. Or playing for different things where I maybe battling injuries. You know, they want me to play. I'm still banged up. I'm going to go out there and play anyway in my head. But when I went out there and had fun and I put all that to the side, I played better. I love going out there. It's like you love to compete. And I think playing with teammates when we're going to different retreats or we're going to different concerts, basketball games, I like you.
Sure.
So when I'm in that huddle, when I'm in that huddle, right, and it's 3rd and 5 or whatever, I got to block. You got the wide receiver out there. I'm excited to block for you because I like you.
I got a question.
I got an answer.
I got a question.
Hope I got an answer.
Shady, you played 12 years in the National Football League.
Giving up crazy work.
What year did you have the most fun?
The most? I can't give you the most.
Okay.
Can I say a lot of fun?
A lot of fun.
I'll give you a couple years.
Yes, sir.
2013.
Yep.
2009.
Yep.
My last 2 Super Bowl runs.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it. You gave me 4. That's enough.
Okay.
You gave me freaking a quarter receipt.
I had one more. Okay.
I'm glad I asked Shady this question. I will tell y'all why I asked him this in a moment. We did not prepare it. Shady mentioned what coaches say before you take the football field. The greatest quote I will ever be able to recall from my coach, one of the greatest defensive minds I believe that ever coached, my defensive coordinator at Texas, he said, Acho, the fun is in winning. LeSean McCoy gave y'all a couple years, 2013. You want to know what happened in 2013? Well, we went to the playoffs in 2013. I didn't mention the rushing title. Didn't mention that. LeSean McCoy won a rushing title in 2013. He mentioned his last 2 years where he won Super Bowls and then another Super Bowl. The fun is in winning. Shady, I don't necessarily love Aaron Rodgers talking about the most fun he had in a while right now because the fun is in winning. You just alluded to the point that I didn't even know I was going to make. I don't care about the fun you having right now.
This guy's like a lawyer. It's like court. I caught you.
I don't care about the fun he's having right now, Joy. I care about the camaraderie he's building.
Right.
I care about the playbook that he's learning.
Yeah.
I care about the passion that's being interjected into the building. But truth be told, during off-season team activities, having a lot of fun isn't necessarily the quote I'm most eager to hear from the quarterback. I'm not mad at it.
Right.
I'm just not most eager to hear that one, Joy.
I mean, look, you guys wanted a bright, shiny, new Aaron Rodgers, and he is serving it. This is what he needed to be. He wasn't going to come and be a curmudgeon in New York City.
Sure.
As a non-New Yorker, that's not going to work. You got to earn the right to be cranky around there.
That's right.
So you better be excited to be there, enjoying all the festivities, hanging out with the younger players, speaking life into them, being excited about this situation. You are, by the way, making $1 bajillion while doing it in year, 19? So, yeah, it's going to serve Aaron Rodgers to be positive about all this. Again, I am reserving the right to see how this all plays out.
Yes.
I want to see how it goes if things at any point start to fall apart or go badly, or if some of these young receivers aren't on the same page, or you deal with some sort of adversity throughout the season. Because those are the moments where the experience of Aaron Rodgers would be the thing that you need to tap into, because we know that the Jets do not have a culture. It's not debatable. They don't. And they brought him here for a temporary situation to take advantage of the young, very talented team that they have. But let's all be serious. This is like a 2-year window tops for Aaron Rodgers. So, yeah, I'm with you. He should be having fun right now. It shouldn't be hard and cranky right now. When the sun is shining, there's rooftop parties. What are you mad about?
Slick, you said something interesting, albeit I think it has been foggy in New York lately. Something about like wildfires and chaos.
Well, yeah.
Outside of that.
Outside of that.
Slick, you said something interesting. That you said Aaron Rodgers did this to some degree as a jab.
Yep.
And you're onto something, because he didn't say I'm having a lot of fun. He said I'm having the most fun I've had in a while.
Yes.
In order to give context to a while, you have to say, well, what's the context of a while? Oh, Green Bay. Is this more of a jab? Does this say more about the Packers or more about Aaron Rodgers?
I hate to answer your question with a question, but do you trust that anything that Aaron Rodgers says is the genuine, absolute truth, that he's just speaking his truth? Or are you like me, where I always think when he says something, my next thought is, what is he up to? Like, what is this? What does it really mean?
It's a good point.
Because he's very smart, but I think he's very calculating, and I think he's very conscious of how he's perceived in a multitude of ways. And I feel like this is some of that. Like, the question was, okay, he went through this ugly divorce with the Green Bay Packers, and now he's going to a brand new young team in New York. What Aaron Rodgers are they going to get? Well, I'm seeing an Aaron Rodgers that you guys correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember him talking about team dinners and all of this. I just don't remember. Maybe
only
early on in his career.
Only
right?
with Bakhtiari, Randall Cobb every Thursday night.
That's guys, yeah.
This is I'm gathering the team.
Like, this is literally a new situation for Aaron Rodgers. He got to Green Bay. He wasn't the guy. They had a guy there, and he had to wait. So he wasn't anointed right away. He wasn't even anointed in the draft. He was salty about the draft. So salty. And then he took over, wasn't necessarily good right away, then got really good. And he didn't have to do this.
But Joy, what's fascinating is I could still err on the side of saying he doesn't have to, in the sense that, when you go to a new place with people you're familiar with, oftentimes you can be a recluse and just kick it with the people you know.
You're right.
You go to a new team, Shady, you did this a couple times. You go to a new city, you got some friends in that city. You might just hang out with your friends that already live in that city. Alan Lazard and Randall Cobb and Nathaniel Hackett are all former Green Bay teammates and colleagues in New York. Yesterday, he was with C.J. Uzomah. With the formerly Cincinnati Bengals last year with the Jets. I'm like, he was with Sauce Gardner at the games. Like, he also was with Alan Lazard. He could lean on his crutches, but when I saw him with C.J. Uzomah, I was like, oh, like he really stepping outside the box.
About to say, step outside of his boundary. And another thing is, like, even like OTAs, like, they have meetings. So it's like small time of like the full camp you get in the summertime. It's like the small version of it right now. And the meetings wasn't fun, but when you have teammates that you like and that you guys are bonding together, it becomes fun. He talked about how installing plays with Nathaniel Hackett, saying that it's been fun. So when that's fun, it's fun to learn again. I'm learning offense, that's fun. Going into practice when you're tired, it's fun again. I can't wait to get out there and have practice because it's fun again. So I feel like sometimes with football, as players, I'm speaking of, like, you forget the love of the game because it doesn't become fun.
Yeah, it gets redundant.
Yeah, when it's fun again, you love the game. I can't wait to go to practice today. I can't wait to compete to make you better. You make me better. So everything he said on there, I love it.
We will see if the Jets fans will love it as well.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.